Hello everybody and welcome back to the Top Flight Computers YouTube channel. My name is Connor. Fortunately we have some a little rough news for you today. Before I tell you that, I'm just waiting for Chris to give me the thumbs up so we don't have to do this twice. Yep, so there it is. Are you on the new page? So, as many of you guys know, if you've been following us on our social media accounts and things, we have a relatively small team. Actually, everyone on the team is sitting in this room right now. Andrew is over there. Chris is behind the monitors and cameras. Our salesperson, Chris Johnson, passed away early last week, and it was just a shocker, to be blatantly honest. He passed away peacefully in his sleep, but it's always hard to lose a member of the team, member of kind of family, basically. So we just want to kind of make that known. This was the last build that he has procured for us and kind of set up. So we're going to be building this one, and then we'll continue on, keep on keeping on. So I'll toss it on over to Andrew to introduce the rest of this build.
Yep, thank you, Connor. So tonight we're building the ArkenScripter. So this is a workstation designed for software development, web design, some gaming, some coding, some data science. Squeeze that gaming in the middle there.
Yep.
All sorts of number crunching, basically, because when it comes down to it, gaming is also number crunching. So we're designed around a 12-core Ryzen 9 3900X processor, and that will be cooled by Be Quiet Dark Rock Pro 4 big chunky tower cooler. Both of those will be installed onto a Gigabyte B550 AORUS Pro AC Wi-Fi board, one of our favorite motherboards here.
Indeed it is.
We have a 2x32 gig, so that is 64 gigs and 2 sticks, kit of DDR4 3200 from GSkill. We're using a 1TB NVMe SSD, our kind of standard fare for SSD. We have a 1660 Ti from Gigabyte for gaming. Actually had a very similar model to this at one point in my system at home. We have a 850 watt Corsair RM850X power supply. I think this is the same exact one I have at home. And then we are actually using a new case tonight. We have the Corsair 4000D Airflow Edition in white. So this is a new offering from Corsair, and we take a look at it. We're very impressed with it, so we're going to be mixing things up and using that, and you'll probably see a lot more of it, assuming all goes well, which it should. That's the case.
And we're probably also going to be talking about the case, because as this is our first time jumping into and working in this case, we want to give kind of our feedback and thoughts to you guys in case you are curious about picking this up.
Yep.
I'll give you the spoiler and not pull the Linus and, you know, bait you till the very end of the video. The case is actually phenomenal for the price point that it's at. Truthfully, we were just baffled by how they fit so much quality and feature sets into such a low price point.
Yep. It feels like it should be one tier higher in the stack, like price-wise.
No, it absolutely should
That's
be.
just because it's feature and build quality and all that good stuff. And I guess a lot of that is Corsair's kind of vertical integration. They've been acquiring companies and all that. And they make their own AIOs. They make their own pre-built computers now. So, you know, they have a lot of, they already have the fab space and everything to make good cases. So, yep, it's really nice to see.
So, you'll see us working in that. It is currently sitting in the center. We are still in the wonderful world of isolation. So, Andrew is sitting probably 8-ish feet away from me, and we're going to try to limit the amount of things that we pass back and forth.
Yep.
Figured I have not talked about that in a very long time, so we'll refresh it. It's this Isle norm now.
Yep.
I do not have a knife.
You do not have a knife. I have a knife.
I have scissors. Chris,
You
can you toss me a knife?
Cut it with a screwdriver.
Okay. You can toss me a knife.
Would you like?
There should be like 3 over there.
Would you like to use that knife in the middle of the table?
No, I don't want your spider cone knife.
Well, I'll have you know I got that off Amazon.
Did you really? Thank you, Chris.
Buy everything off Amazon, for better or for worse.
True.
see. So I've got an 8-pin CPU, I've got a GPU cable, I've got a motherboard cable.
And it's just a single 8.
Yep. I believe that's all the cables on these, not too much. It's been a hot minute, so hopefully I'm right. So yeah, this is the exact same power supply I have in my rig at home.
Is it really?
Yeah, the 850X or M850X. Good power
I
supply.
honestly do not remember what power supply I have.
Oh, come on, you don't remember your power supply?
No, I know it's an 850, but I don't know what it is.
It's like, what's the most generic power supply I can think of? Raid Max,
Yeah.
850.
It wasn't a Raid. I think it's a...
Great wall.
Yeah, Great Wall.
Hey, Great Wall units aren't that bad. Gamers Nexus did a full, in-depth electrical testing of it.
Did they really?
Yeah. Their analysis is it won't set your house on fire. That was the conclusion.
I mean, that's not a high bar to set.
I mean, but it meets all its advertising. It's stable. It's 80 plus bronze. You know, whatever.
Is there anything that I can do about drop frames?
Nope.
Like half
No.
of them
Nope.
in stream?
Nope. That's internet connection or... Actually, I think it's just internet connection.
Yeah, I mean, you could lower the bitrate to try to help it, but you have to restart the stream. So
Yep.
basically, no. So I hope you enjoy cinematic streams.
The 30 FPS.
Probably not 30. You're probably getting like 12. But you know,
How bad are we dropping frames?
47% plus.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, it's
pretty choppy.
that one is at like 5,000, which should be fine.
That should be fine. Run a speed test. I'm
I did.
curious.
It's fine. Our internet's fine.
What's the upload?
Like 20.
Huh. That's interesting.
It could be YouTube having issues.
It could be YouTube being YouTube.
Speed up, .80.
It's not a lot of cables coming out. I think that's all we need. Okay.
Edit live video has been
I mean, running the speed test while streaming is going to cut the stream out, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 So welcome back, everybody. Hopefully,
Maybe.
maybe Chris ran a speed test and then it crashed.
So Facebook is fine, but YouTube is gonna be like an hour behind.
Yeah, it's just YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, head on over to our Facebook page, Top Flight Computers. Make sure you give us a like and a follow there, and check out the stream there.
Better
Leave on
quality.
telling people to go to Facebook, but you know.
I didn't. I think it. I thought it would always be the other way around.
Weirder things have happened this year.
This is true.
Alright, so this will be your first little glance at, well, maybe if you see this. This will be your first little glance at the case here.
Yeah, I don't know why.
So one thing that's a little bit different on this case than some others we've been using is that there's no rear power supply that kind of screw in bracket and you slide it in. You actually insert it from the inside. But that's fine, honestly. It affects one-time install of a power supply, so I'm fine with that. Put this boy in there. Maybe.
We do not need the Intel brackets, as obviously this is not an Intel build.
Close. There we go.
And hey, we actually have the proper brackets for this one this time.
You should just follow up with that. This is not an Intel build, and those will probably be pretty rare still for a while because AMD's new 5000 series Ryzen chips are just on the verge of being released. I believe it's November 5th they go up for sale. So yeah, we'll be definitely looking into those and probably getting our hands on some as soon as possible because they look very promising.
Yes, they do. Though they're not independently verified yet, so we have no idea how they actually are.
Yeah, we're still taking first-party numbers for granted. That being said, they can't lie too much.
True.
We did, you know, they did tell what testing methodology and the settings that they used in the first-party performance numbers, so they're probably pretty close. Alright, line this guy up. And Connor, what else is AMD releasing soon?
They are releasing their new graphics cards on the 18th, I believe.
Yep, the first two SKUs, I believe.
Actually, I think everything goes up on the 5th.
No, the 6900 is in December 8th, 9th, something like that. That's a few weeks later. Presumably so they can build up more stock of the higher bin chips. But that's, you know, how it goes. So, yeah, They had an announcement event the other day. Looks, again, very promising. We'll see once we get third-party reviews and testing. Yeah.
If you are curious, you can follow all of the condensed new releases on our website, topflightpc.com. Haha, Chris.
Uh-huh.
Haha.
What about topflightcomputer.com?
I don't know.
No?
But you can go there, and at the top, I believe the banner is the new releases. You can click on that, and it'll give you a quick little summary on all of the new releases from the RTX to... Do you have the Intel? New Intel? Well, Intel hasn't technically done anything yet. There's just rumors.
Next is
AMD.
Rocket Lake for Intel, right? Yeah, Rocket Lake and then Alder Lake.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I haven't run the cables, but
No,
they're in there. Here we go.
If you want to synopsize the, give you a starting monologue point and synopsize the case, like all the different things that we've
I'm actually pull up his product page so I can
enjoyed
get
about us.
specific info about it. But basically, so this is Corsair's more budget aimed, sort of budget, like mid-range. It's mid-range pretty much. I believe it retails for $70. They have two editions of the 4000D. They have the tempered glass edition, which did not receive as good reviews just due to airflow restriction and that kind of thing. And then they have this more kind of meshified, real mesh airflow edition. So, but pretty much it's just a good mid-range case. It has solid build quality. It comes with, I believe, 2 fans pre-installed, which is, you know, you can get by with 2 fans. That's fine. What else? It has all your features you want. It has front USB Type A and Type C, dedicated power reset switch, headphone microphone combo jack.
The quality of the case, truthfully, like you can tell, Andrew, you can pick up the side panel there.
Yeah, I did. They're heavy.
No, I was saying, like, you can show the flex
sure.
of it, like how there is,
Yeah, it's
like almost no flex to the side
grade
panel.
steel. Yeah.
The color matching that they have done on this is immaculate. You know, sometimes you get cases where the plastics don't match up with the coloring, or the different metals don't match up, the different materials. This is, I mean, you can't even tell that it's different materials, really.
Yeah, and the you know, some other small features like it has the vertical graphics card mount if you're into that, and your graphics card isn't too big.
Yep, and that's also. I will say though, this one is kind of up close to the glass.
They all are.
I know.
With the standard size.
Be careful with that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If your card's not too big, like this card. So this is our 1660 Ti from Gigabyte. With this, it'd probably be fine. Honestly, I mean, it might run a little bit warmer than a normal position, but it'd be fine. But if you're getting anything like RTX 3080, 3090, it's probably a no-go cheap.
And there are dust filters on all intakes, including. I mean, you can tell just. This dust filter is actually really, really high quality. When you picked it up first, I was like, oh my.
Yeah, I mean, you compare this to something like my old Corsair 750D that I got probably 6 or 7 years ago. And it's just like a world of difference. I mean, that had a plexi window. The steel was really thin. It just didn't have
this
good
does have
features.
tempered glass side, by the way. It's just sitting back over there.
Oh, no, I was talking about the front tempered glass thing.
Oh, yeah.
The one that has it on the front panel, too. Yeah, Corsair's definitely come a long way with that. So
Surprising.
It's good to see.
So this is, our first, like we said, this is our first look at this, and we are actually quite surprised. You can go back to through our YouTube channel, which most of you are probably on. You can see that we have done many, 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 many builds. So needless to say, we have seen a lot of hardware.
Yeah.
So we're not just we're not being paid or anything by Corsair. We're not being, you know, we're just giving a true, honest opinion from us doing probably hundreds of hours of computer builds so far. And this has been one of the more impressive cases that I have definitely seen.
Yeah, especially
at the
considering that price point. It's just
That's the big point.
This is
at the price point.
This feels as good, if not better, than some $100 cases, $110 cases.
I mean, we have a build coming up in a almost $200 case.
Yeah.
And this has much better quality.
Yeah, I mean, granted, they're different form factors and stuff, but...
Mind you, we're doing those because we need the space for it. Those will probably one of them will not be live streamed. The other one, yes, no,
probably,
yes.
probably.
Spec is being live streamed.
Is that the 011?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, this does not even come close to the O11 though.
I mean, yeah.
The O11 is in a completely different league.
Yeah, it's like comparing minor league baseball to T-ball. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's like a Ferrari compared to like a Toyota Prius.
Yeah, it's just different use cases. So it's good to see. And traditionally, with a lot of PC builds, it's actually kind of a good idea, especially if you're like a student who's saved up, maybe $400, $500 to build your first gaming PC. A lot of people will tell you buy the absolute cheapest case you can find, because it really doesn't affect performance at all as long as you have some fans in it. But it's good to see a really good option at the entry-level, mid-range price point.
And it's also very easy to work in too.
Yeah, and plus, it's Corsair, so if you buy their water cooler and their everything else they make, their RAM and their all that good stuff, fans.
Yeah, you can go really nice almost one manufacturer for your entire computer, minus.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the motherboards.
Yeah,
and the video cards, I guess. Although they used to make video card AIO brackets like Kraken's, but.
Oops, knocked my glasses off.
No.
Yep, so we do apologize for the drop frames. Why? We have no idea why.
YouTube. Actually, I'm gonna
blame Google.
I'm gonna see if it is YouTube.
We're so...
It's okay, Chris. We can't do anything
It's
about it.
fine. Yeah, we can't do anything about it, so
It happens.
go to Facebook.
It's still
Which is also owned by
It's still
Google.
bad on Facebook.
Is it really?
Yeah, I mean, we're like a couple minutes.
Well, we can still be behind. That does not mean drop frames.
We've dropped 55% of our frames over the past like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Is that for both?
In Streamlabs, I'm seeing it in Streamlabs.
No.
Well, anyway. So, if you guys are trying to judge how far along Connor is, if I should reintroduce it yet.
Pretty close, actually.
I'll go ahead and start reintroducing this. So this is the ArkenScripter. This is a workstation designed for software development, web design, coding, data science, simulations, and all that's mathematical modeling, and of course, gaming. At the end of the day, you finish all your mathematical modeling and sciencey and...
Or hey, you just do both at the same time while you're compiling things.
Yeah, with our 12-core, 24-thread processor.
Exactly.
Get away
Can you
with
toss me some zip ties that you have sitting over?
Yes, sir, I can. But yeah, so this is a 3900X CPU from AMD, 12-core, 24 threads. We've got the big old tower cooler on it to keep it super chilly.
So I should note that he's probably going to upgrade that to a 3080 in the spring, which is why we went with a cheaper card.
Okay. So future GPU upgrade, I mean, that's possible.
You may want to re-speak that, because I don't know if
yeah.
picked up Chris.
The purchaser will probably be upgrading the video card probably in the spring when there's some RTX 3080 ability, because we know there's not any now. So yeah, to hold us over, 1660 Ti is still a great touring-based card, especially for its price point. You can really get into some good gaming, even in AAA games. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Good computer. But yeah.
The computer.
Yeah, good computer. Many calculations. Have you seen the movie Jobs? About Steve Jobs?
No, I haven't actually.
Oh, I remember at one point he's like fighting, once Apple's like a real company and they have a board or whatever, he's like fighting the board trying to get 256 kilobytes of memory on their systems, because he said it has to be high end. And now we're installing 2 sticks, each with 32 gigabytes of memory.
Yep.
Moore's Law, good stuff.
Yep.
Man, when I was getting into gaming computers, like a 4 gig stick was like, that's pretty much the highest density.
That was the
normal non-ECC memory, like a 4 gig stick. So you'd have 4 of those and get 16 gigs, and that was like baller status. And now you can get non-ECC DIMMs, probably 64 gigs, I would guess, if not 128 by now.
Oh, I don't think you can get 128 yet.
Probably 64, yeah.
I know you can get 64.
Yeah,
but
in ECC you can get like stupid amounts.
Mind you, I mean the big thing though to watch out for actually isn't the like RAM's size or speed. It's actually cast latency now.
Yeah. Well, they go hand in hand. Yeah. you don't want too slow of a speed, you don't want too high cast latency. It all balances out. So kind of the sweet spot for most people is with DDR4 at least. DDR4 3200, anywhere 16 to 18, even up to maybe 19 or 20 cast latency is kind of the golden spot.
Because I know the Neos you can do 32 gig DIMMs at 16 cast latency.
Yeah.
At 3600.
Those are so expensive.
That's $2,000 for a 256 gig.
I know a video you watched today.
Yeah.
Yes, they are very expensive.
$2,000 for a 256 gig.
Yep. It's 16 casts.
It's 16 casts.
At
yeah.
high
What do you
speeds.
expect?
Yeah, that is their specially tuned memory. That is like literally like hand selected chips. Like it's ridiculous.
What cast latency is? Actually, you could probably provide a better explanation than I could.
Maybe. As far as I know, it's just related to the latency in accessing what's in your memory. So when you think about speed, think about how much water can fit through a tunnel at one point. Like how big your pipe is. So how much water you can fit through it. Whereas access latency would be how fast that water can go. So if you have a program waiting around for a piece of information from the memory, if it can access that sooner and get it back to the program where it's needed, the whole program can run faster.
Similar to like watts versus volts.
Yeah, pretty much. If you're familiar with electricity. But yeah, you definitely want to have decent of both in order to have the best balance. Some applications may benefit more from lower casts versus higher speed, but for the most part,
just high speeds.
It's all a balancing act. So, TLDR.
Yeah, TLDR.
It's kind of like CPU cycles in gigahertz, as well as their IPC, which is your instructions per clock. So not only does it run at 4 gigahertz, but how much work can you do every cycle is important. So that's why a 4 gigahertz processor from 2015 is not comparable to a 4 gigahertz processor from today. There you go. So there's my monologue for today.
There you go. And I am just finishing up cable management briefly.
Cool. I did want to mention the new AMD Ryzen chips, the 5000 series. One of their biggest sort of thing they're emphasizing is that improved single-threaded performance, which comes from improvements in IPC. So they're claiming to now be the fastest gaming processors to that single-threaded speed. So again, wait for third-party numbers. Don't pre-order anything. We never advise that, but it's looking pretty good if their claims are even mostly true.
Yeah. I couldn't say it better myself.
AMD's got a lot of drops coming through.
Yep, don't pre-order. It's the big thing.
And unlike Linus, they're not going to break it when they drop it. $10,000 8180 Platinum. Poor chip.
They said Torchic. Like the Pokemon. I was like, what?
I don't know Pokemon. I never played Pokemon. I can name like 5 Pokemon.
I didn't actually
Charizard,
play
Squirtle.
That's bad.
There's that really fat one.
That narrows it down.
He's like sleepy. He's like a sleepy guy. So he's got eyes.
Snorlax.
Snorlax. Pikachu. Mewtwo.
Mew.
What?
Mew.
Is that not the same?
Huh?
Is that not the same?
I'm glad we're dropping half the frames.
Yeah.
People are like rip you apart and me apart.
I was a Yu-Gi-Oh kid, okay?
Were you
Blue
really?
Eyes White Dragon, or White Eyes Blue Dragon, okay? Dark Magician, so yeah.
Alright, cable management actually looks really good.
Wonderful.
So, I'm gonna spin it around and show you guys. Cable management. Very nice. This cable is just going to be for our graphics card. Once we get that, we'll tuck it up underneath there and get it all stowed away nicely. But, actually it looks very nice.
I like these Fantex fan set front panel, looks great.
Yeah, they do.
The color scheme is like mint. Well, not mint.
It's like panda.
That's what the kids are saying, mint. It means really good.
And we got another Be Quiet screwdriver.
Wonderful.
You can stab into our more components. It's fine.
They should make a SKU of these that doesn't come with a screwdriver that you can buy for like $5 less for OEMs.
True.
Chris would be happy.
We have way too many.
Yeah.
And at this point, we're just looking to see if we could find something to do with all of them, like some kind of project or something.
eBay.
eBay.
I'm telling you, $5 a piece.
People would not be quite screwdriver.
No, it would cost more to ship it.
Yeah. And
Yep. I'm thinking about what else I can talk about.
we're gonna try this again this time now. Hopefully it'll actually work.
Oh, okay. Well, you have the right mounting hardware.
Yeah, we got the right mounting hardware this
That's
time.
a good
so.
start. That's a good start.
Are you the trash man, Chris?
We're just trying to stay
Is that
positive here.
Always Sunny reference?
Yeah.
I've seen like 2 episodes, and that was one of them.
I'm the
They're
trash
just filling the
man.
apartment with trash.
I'm the trash man.
Look at all this good stuff people are just throwing away. Funny story, the window at my apartment that is like next to my desk kind of overlooks the road in front, and then I can see the dumpsters kind of like off to the side behind their bricked wall. But outside is where you put all your bulk objects. So every now and then,
You'll just look out and be like,
yeah, like a few times a week, there's like a couch or a mattress and different stuff. I'm like, that's a nice couch. You know, it's been out in the rain for 2 days, but it's a nice couch.
Did I ever tell you about the best free Craigslist thing I've ever had?
No, but I know you get a lot of free stuff off Craigslist. And
So
it also
I
concerns me.
I poke around on Craigslist and Facebook a lot, just for fun. But one weekend, there was a gentleman that was getting rid of like old gaming stuff,
Okay.
and we're like, okay, sure, we'll go get it. It was like 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
So go pick it up on the side of the road, literally just a bin of stuff.
Curbside pickup. Yeah.
Yeah, Reagan wanted it, my girlfriend, because it had a GameCube in it. So she wanted to like mess around with GameCube.
Hey, I mean,
was
that's
like,
a good find. Yeah.
sure. We started going through it, and it had original NES games, original SNES games, original like Dreamcast games, original Game Boy games. It
stuff.
had a GameCube, a PlayStation 3. It had a. So we went through and we're like, oh gosh, this is a lot.
It was like someone's entire childhood in that box.
Yeah.
They probably wanted it, but their dad threw it away.
So we went to a game store up in Durham,
Mhm.
because, or not in Durham, in Greensboro, and we're like, hey, do you guys buy stuff? And they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, we do. So this was all in one day, mind you. We go through, get it all appraised, and the guy comes back with us, and he's like, hey, so we can offer you $400 in-store credit. Woo! Do you want it? We're just like, absolutely.
400 in store credit or $10 cash.
No, and then they cashed it out at, once we bought figures and things, at I think like 280.
Nice.
It was just like,
good stuff.
that's
Yeah. Connor is the trash man.
I am the trash man. I need to find the. This is
You having trouble there,
knock
bud?
on wood. Actually, no, I don't need to knock on wood because
I don't think this is wood.
I'm done, basically.
Is this like a plywood? No.
That
it's
was
like a
the
veneer.
easiest Dark Rock 4 Pro install I've ever had.
It's because you practice so much.
I
You
know.
installed it backwards though. Just kidding.
I was like, don't give me that. I paused for a
I
second.
can't even see it from here. Yeah, there you go. Connor's a Dark Rock professional. He's installed more than their employees have. Probably honestly not even false.
I have installed a lot of Dark Rocks.
It's a good coolers.
They are. They're
They
phenomenal
keep
coolers.
things cold.
All right. And that's all mounted on up. Now this case is very heavy.
It's got some high feet on it too,
It does.
which is actually a better thing than you might think. So
Toss
I
that
installed
on
I installed the power supply fan side down, and those high feet will ensure even on like a medium carpet, you have plenty of airflow.
So what we'll do is, and this is something that we don't usually discuss really on stream, is we'll sometimes actually the orientation of how we install the power supply. In some of our other cases and things where there's not high feet on the bottom, where we know that it will be, choked out of airflow.
Yep.
We'll actually flip it upside down and then we'll use it as exhaust fan, basically.
Yeah, they're actually
Or case.
designed to be installed either way, depending on your case and your environment. So it doesn't really hurt either way. It can just help if you install it one way.
Indeed. So if you do it this way, though, then it's a completely closed heat system, if you
Yeah,
will.
keeps all its heat to itself.
So you don't have to worry about ever it heating up your other components and things, even though that's like minuscule amounts of
Yeah,
heat, but it's still there.
I've seen some small form factor cases that actually rely on the power supply as the exhaust. of
Oh
the
yeah, the
system.
one that I have did that, and it took me so long to realize that.
Is that the one we built on stream?
No, it was the one that I really jankified the 82mm fan in
Oh,
with the wood screws
Yeah.
on through the powers.
yeah, you get meat craft. Jeez. I don't have any wood screws in my computer.
Hey, it's not wood screws. They're just.
I thought you
fine.
said it was drywall.
It's fine. It's fine.
Sorry, not sorry. I need one zip tie. Here we go. Just gonna kind of.
No, they were just longer screws that were typically used for, you know.
Wood and wood products.
Well, they're actually the drywall anchor screws. You know, the ones that you put in, then like fans out the little.
It's like
anchor
actually
thing.
even worse.
Yeah, it's fine. It was actually the same threading, so that's what confused me about it.
Wow, I'm not convinced.
You're struggling on that.
It won't go through the loop the right way, so I'm just gonna do it that way. There we go. I'm trying to tie it up so it stays okay.
It's fair. And also in this case, they then ship a piece of foam that holds up the actual top of the power supply cover shroud, just that entire bottom shroud, and against the hard drive cages, which is actually really nice.
All right,
And that helps so that you prevents vibration and things, and then if you put, it also prevents sag. Quite good. Quite good.
Huh?
I'm just monologuing about the case.
Oh, okay.
I'm just over here struggling on this.
I'm not struggling, I'm just pulling tighter. It doesn't look good.
Fair.
Okay, so we have
you
our...
need to cut the zip tie. You got the things right there. Watch out, the foot's also hanging over the edge.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't see the clips, so...
No, they're right here.
That's okay, I got it. Huh?
Gabe is on.
Gabe is on.
Gabe is on.
YouTube.
Free fan man.
Hi, Gabe.
Hi, free fan man. Okay, so...
What do you say?
Graphics cards
Even though I can see the frames dropping.
No matter where TF on my band, yo, I got Aaron, got me.
Hey, I'm actually coming tomorrow. That was the plan. So you better be there, Gabe.
Alright, so
We're about 60% of our frames.
Yes, that's what I want to hear.
Alright, so let's give it a test boot. Lights dimmed. We have fan spin, which if you're Lois Rossman, that's all you need. But we like to check for a boot too, so it's going through memory training. DRAM.
Even though, like, the
VGA.
stream is like 45 minutes behind the chat now.
Yeah, I'm still screwed in the graphics card.
Don't you forget to screw in the
DRAM,
graphics card.
VGA. Huh? No, I'm still screwing it out.
Oh, oh, there goes drops again.
YouTube is stuck at you unboxing the motherboard.
What?
What?
No, I'm
No, it's
watching
not.
it. I'm watching it.
We're watching it.
Oh, well then, why preview here on YouTube must be out of date.
Yeah, because we're watching it over here, and it's Andrew just
And
installed the graphics card.
Oh,
We have a boot, so we are
We have a boot.
successful.
Perfect.
All right, so this has been the ArkenScripter for software development and gaming.
Sit down.
I'm gonna turn it off. Hold on.
Yeah, you're just out of
I
frame.
almost said I'm not doing an outro yet. Hold on. Okay. So, if you guys have enjoyed this build, make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. Catch more of our streams, hopefully with more frames.
Hopefully with more frames, yeah.
Make sure to follow us on YouTube and give us a like there, Top Flight Computers. You can join our Top Flight crew for discussion about computers and related things sometimes. You can check our website, topflightpc.com, and fill out our contact form there if you're interested in getting a system like this or not like this to suit your needs.
Or with any combination of the hardware on the wall behind us.
Yeah.
Or
And some
even new hardware that has
some hardware's not on the wall.
some hardware not on the wall.
But yeah, so thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you again hopefully pretty soon. We have some more builds in the queue, so yeah, we'll be back with those.
Indeed.
Yep.
Goodbye.